Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Helldivers 2 video. Today we are going to go over even more details to do with Helldivers 2. You guys seem to enjoy the last one. If you haven't watched it, go watch it after this one. It's pretty interesting. There were some details in there that I didn't even know before making that video. But we're going to get into 10 more details to do with Helldivers 2. So let's jump right into the first one. If you are far enough away from a Gatling Barrage, specifically its impact point, you can hear the shells coming into the atmosphere. The sound design in this game is actually pretty crazy. There's even more details to do with the audio in this one, but this specifically sounds wicked when you actually hear it. There's loads of different sounds that you don't even register unless it's pointed out to you, and this is one of them. Until I actually tested this out, I didn't realize how cool a Gatling Barrage actually sounded when it lands. Second detail on this list is when you are carrying the grenade launcher, it actually has a unique rattling sound when you are running with it in your hands. You can hear the belted ammo clank around as you're moving, and as far as I know, it's the only weapon that actually has this kind of feature. Let me know in the comments down below if there are other weapons that have unique sound effects like this, specifically for movement. But the grenade launcher is a pretty cool weapon already, especially for bugs. It's great for bug holes. And once again, that sound design coming in clutch. You wouldn't think about it, but as soon as it's pointed out to you, you can hear this rattling around. It's just a unique sound effect just for this weapon. Pretty cool stuff. Once again, with the unique sounds, bugs that are about to call a breach start making unique noises. Now, this also depends on the type of Terminid it is. Different Terminids have different calls.
Eagle 1, returning to destroyer for resupply.
They're almost like gargling noises. I'm sure you guys have noticed when a scavenger makes that sort of high-pitched gurgling noise, but the other Terminids will also make some kind of variation of this noise when they are calling in a bug breach. Once again, hitting that audio, sometimes rare samples have audio cues. When you're nearby, listen closely, you can actually hear this sort of magical sound effect, and it sounds strikingly familiar. That's right, it sounds almost exactly like the Nirnroot from Skyrim. When this was pointed out to me, I thought this was actually pretty cool. Whether it's intentional or not, I don't actually know. But when you're next near a rare sample, listen out for this noise, because it's also just a great indicator for where to find them. If you hear this noise, you know that one's nearby. But now you can also try and pick up whether it actually sounds intentionally like the Nirnroot from Skyrim. Dipping into some visual stuff now, you can actually see on your weapon how much ammo is left depending on the weapon. For example, shotguns are the most obvious when it comes to this. If you look at the side of, for example, this shotgun here, you can see the shells in the either side of the shotgun itself loaded into those little slots, and you'll notice when you're firing it, those slots will empty, and when you're reloading, you'll notice that specifically for this shotgun, the Helldiver will actually load the shells into either side of the shotgun so that the animation matches the visuals of the shotgun. You'll also notice for that secondary shotgun that you can get with the Viper Commando Warbond, there are shells on the side of this shotgun, but when you only have 3 shells left and you reload them, those shells will actually be used and will be empty when you have no more ammo left to reload for that shotgun. So go ahead and test this out for yourself with other weapons. Try and find other animations or visual details in the weapons, especially when it comes to reloading, to see if you notice anything, and let me know in the comments down below if you find anything new. Speaking of reloading, you can actually reload whilst flying using your jump pack. I use this all the time. If you are familiar with my other videos, you especially know that the jump pack is a must-have in my loadout. I use this thing so much, and of course I use it for reloading. If I'm in a tight situation, I've got bugs about to attack me, but I'm running out of ammo, I will jump away and reload whilst I'm jumping with the jump pack. This feature comes in seriously clutch sometimes, and you can even stim whilst jumping as well. I'm telling you guys, the jump pack is phenomenal, and it needs to be used more if you're not already, because I think it's one of the best stratagems in the game, especially when you've got that machine gun jump pack combo. Oh, so good. And speaking of stims, if you have stims to spare, they also refill your stamina. Now obviously there's tons of different features with the stims, especially with the bonus that you can bring along where it basically makes you run faster as well if you use a stim. It heals you, it gets rid of poison and such things like that. It repairs limbs, it refills stamina, and it makes you wonder, what the hell is in those things? What kind of drug is this? And should we be consuming as many stims as we do as Helldivers? Because I would be a little worried. We could start mutating into Terminids or something if we use too much of this stuff.
Because drugs are bad, okay?
Next detail on this list is when you type in chat, the Helldiver will type on his wrist. You'll notice that he actually brings it up as soon as you open chat and will begin typing as you type. Seriously, another detail that didn't have to be in this game, but just is for the sake of being there. I love games when the foundation is really solid, like Helldivers 2, and then they just build and build and build upon it and add all these cool little details that just add so much character to the game, and this is one such detail. Another cool detail here is when you are covered in guts or blood, or maybe your cape is cut up, you will retain that if you extract back to the Super Destroyer. So you'll notice here, been fighting bugs, covered in blood, guts, my cape's all torn up, and I managed to extract without dying with all this stuff covered on me. And when I got back to the Super Destroyer, I looked exactly the same as if I had just been down there, I just extracted. There's no cleaning whilst you're on your way up, you come back filthy, which I think is a really cool detail and is actually something I wish the NPCs on the Super Destroyer commented on. Maybe when you come back onto the ship, they'll be like, "Ooh, you must have been in a big fight. Kill any Terminids down there? Wouldn't know it." Something like that, where they mention that you look filthy.
I think it's too much.
And number 10 on this list is one that actually amazed me, and I wish I had known this sooner, especially when we were getting bugs with the POI cache pods, where they would actually get you stuck on the pod, but you can salute anywhere near them and they will open. You don't have to press E or whatever on computer to open them. You can just hit that salute emote and the pod will open if you are anywhere near it. How long did it take me to find this out? I have almost 300 hours in the game, and it took me this long to realize that you could just salute at any time near these POI pods and they would open. You didn't have to interact with them to actually open them. You just had to salute near them. Use the emote. I have that salute emote with me at all times, and it took me this long to figure it out. And that's 10 details in Helldivers 2 you might not have known. Let me know in the comments down below if there's anything I missed. If you know more details, let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more Helldivers 2 content. Guys, we are so close to 1,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support, especially over the last couple weeks on these videos. Really appreciate it. So definitely subscribe if you want more Helldivers 2 content. Become a member today if you want to support me in another way. You'll get early access videos and live streams. And thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!